All right. What's going on, YouTube? My name is JJ, whatever you take. Take your pick. J, whatever the hell you want to call me. What's going on, guys? Just a formal introduction to you guys. This is my first video, and it is. I don't have a watch on me right now, but it is rather late, and I decided to do this little video for you guys. I might seem like I'm a little tired, like I'm a little just mellow, or not mellow, but like excuse me. Yeah, I guess you could say mellow. And today's a good day. Today is a good day, or was a good day. Well, actually, not today, because yesterday. I mean, because it's already late. So by the time you'll probably see this, it'll be the day after. So I really don't know where to start with this. I'll be pretty straight up with you guys. This is a very unscripted, unplanned, a kind of roll with it kind of video. But this is, something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. There are a lot of Halo YouTubers out there, and when they first started out, I was there. I was behind this camera. I was watching these videos, and I saw all these channels grow. I saw Late Night Gaming. I saw, Green Skull, Ready Up Live, Actman, Hidden Xperia, countless other YouTubers out there that have grown within the Halo community. And can we just, I'm sorry, Halo Canon as well. I'm sorry, I could not forget Halo Canon. There's plenty other YouTubers out there, but these are just the ones that are coming out of my mind right now. And so can we just stop for a moment and applaud each and every one of you guys. I formally, from one fan to the other, I just want to give you guys just a round of applause. You guys deserve it. You guys were the ones that kept up the good fight for most of us while we just watched, and for the most part, I was there. I was there for the most part, and like I said, I watched these. I was there when some of you had like 500, 1,000 subscribers. Late Night Gaming, I was there early on, man. Actman as well, and it's great to see that your efforts, all of y'all's efforts, the Halo community in general, you guys are seeing the fruits of your work. You guys are seeing the fruits of what you guys fought for. All these years we gave the feedback as a community. We came together. We didn't just complain about things. We didn't just whine and bitch about things, and excuse my French. But we didn't just do that. We took the time to give the fine folks at Microsoft, at 343 Industries, we gave them the constructive criticism that they needed so that they can improve their work, so that they can improve the franchise that they have grown with and have been in love with for who knows how long, since the games have come out with Bungie. And when Bungie first started, it all started with the love of Halo, and I feel like now I'm here in this position congratulating all of you guys. And I thought, you guys deserve it. I'm making this video for each and every one of us Halo fans. I think that we've risen up as a very compassionate community of fans. You know, we've been through all kinds of things. We've been through all kinds of phases. We've been the most rowdiest group of people. We've been the most active group of people. But you know what? I can say that after so long, we're finally here to this point where Halo Infinite and all the progress that all the videos that you guys have done, all the countless all the countless rants and all the reviews and all the criticism that we gave to these developers and these publishers, it paid off. It paid off yesterday at E3. You know, we saw how devoted the publishers are. We saw how Phil Spencer is you know, charging and leading the way for these devs to set a standard for the creativity and just the overall work that goes into these kinds of projects and things like that. But overall, just so that I don't ramble on and continue, I just want to start off this video by saying we made it. That's what I want to say. That's the whole point of this video. We made it. We made it. As a community, as one, they heard us. They heard our voices. They heard our outlash. They heard it. And you know what? We've seen progress because of that. And I can tell you that I don't think I've ever seen this happen ever. Like in gaming history, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of progress between a fan base, you know, the publishers, and despite all that the franchise has been through, we managed to make it work. You know, even with a new studio like 343 coming in, they're not so new now, but before, when they first came in, they were as green as grass. They were as green as grass. You know, they did what they had to get through things. But you know what? What's important is that where we're at is a milestone. It's a milestone as a franchise, as a community, and that relationship between the devs, the publishers, and the community. It feels like we've never been so close than we are now. I'm really excited. I'm really at a point right now where I feel happy. I really feel happy where we are right now with everything. Halo is just something that I've always grown up with. It's been there for me since I was a kid. You know, I had countless memories with friends and family, and just so much that the game had to offer. And you know, I feel like the same could be said for plenty of other people around the world. And you know, it's awesome. It's awesome to finally be back in this position. We're not in those darker days. We're not in those times anymore. You know, it feels like a brighter future. You know, granted, we haven't seen much of Halo Infinite yet, but you know, with this teaser, it definitely gave some notion as to where they're going with it. You know, we don't know. We have no other than that. The art style is back. The original art style, is back to what it used to be. And you know, we're going back to a Halo ring. We're going back to, you know, just focusing on the Master Chief story. I think other than that, we really don't have any other details. I mean, other than, as well as to mention that we have a new game engine for this Halo game, and I'm not so sure if They completely scrapped the previous engine, and they just went entirely with a new one. But so far, what we know is the Slip Space engine is the new engine that is going to be used for this next title, and presumably the following titles as well. But I mean, other than that, we have no details. We have no details on the campaign. We have no details on the multiplayer. We have no details on how the game will actually play. There's no details on that. So for those people out there that are thinking, hey, it's just going to be the same old Halo 5 mechanics imported and kind of just the same old thing in Halo 6, we have no information on that. So before people go out there and start giving out misinformation and trying to allude to people the idea of what this Halo game is going to be or what it's going to be like, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Wait and see for yourself. Wait and see for yourself, and wait until the devs, wait until 343 tells you exactly that. Don't listen to some keyboard warrior in the comment section telling you that, hey, it's gonna be this, that. To hell with those people, because they don't know a goddamn thing. Hear it from the source, and the source is Microsoft and 343. That's it. Okay, plain and simple. You know, there's people out in the comments being little trolls. Ignore them. Don't listen to them. It's not a big deal. Okay, they got nothing else what to do. So just put them and cast them aside. You know, from the bottom of my heart, as a community and as just overall, you know, my fellow Halo brothers and sisters and my devs and publishers out there, Phil Spencer, all the guys behind the Halo team, all you YouTubers that have been hard at work and keeping up the good fight, and you know, the rest of the Halo community for supporting Halo up to this point. We made it. We made it. And I couldn't be any more happier with the position that we're in right now. Like, truthfully, this is the happiest I've been in a long time regarding Halo. Like, I haven't been this way in a long time. And you can hear I'm sorry if you can actually hear where I'm out of breath, but I'm kind of just breaking out right now, and this is my first kind of video in this realm. I've always wanted to branch out and do my own YouTube channel, but I always thought, you know what, I always relied on these people. I always relied on these YouTubers because they always had exactly what I had to say. I can recall so many videos with the Act Man, for instance, where he would steal the words out of my mouth. It's like he knew what I wanted. He knew what needed to be said. Like what I had in my head, or what I would have spit out from my tongue, is exactly what he said. So I had faith for the most part in all these YouTubers to stick their neck out for those people that don't have the opportunity to do videos like this. I always had faith in them. But you know what? Now I find myself in a different position now. I find myself in a better one, and now I'm able to do it myself. And you know what? This is kind of my breakout point. You know, this is me coming out and doing these videos for myself, and maybe I can, you know, share an input and have my own voice in this, and maybe have my own unique voice in this, and my own take on connecting with the Halo community, and maybe even 343 and them. I'm not really aiming for that now, but if they see this, you know, why not? But for the most part, I feel like I've always been a massive fan of Halo, and you can ask anyone that knows me. I'm just a huge Halo guy. Like, I was crazy for Halo as a kid. I was crazy for Halo as a teen, and you know, now I'm 22 years old and I'm still crazy for Halo. Like, you know, maybe the last couple of years they had me a little bit down in the dumps, you know, not the best, but you know what? Regardless, I had faith in 343. You know, I didn't think that they were ever the malicious kind of company to kind of throw their community under the bus. throw what they inherited under the bus. There were times where, maybe it seemed that way just because they didn't really speak out so much. Maybe the communication wasn't always the best. But you know what? I feel like Halo Infinite is like the apology that we deserve from them. Like, this is the game that we've been waiting for, and it might have taken some time. It might have taken some big hiccups, but you know what? I'm finally glad that we're through it and we're here at this point. So, to you guys. So, on with the video. I did have a bit to discuss with regards to Halo Infinite. I did want to talk about it, talk a little bit about the teaser that we got yesterday, and kind of where they're gonna go with it now from here on out. Where I see Halo Infinite going, the direction that they're gonna take with this game. And so far, it's a little tricky to really crack down on it because there's only one trailer and we have zero info on what the hell it's going to be about, so we don't have much to go with. But from where I've seen where we are as a community, from where I've seen where 343's at with all this feedback that they've gotten from us, and all the work that the YouTubers, the YouTube community has done for 343, I feel like 343, after all the backlash that they went through, after all the heat that they went through, my God, it was a lot, man. Like, it was a lot. With Halo 4 and Halo 5, MCC, it was a lot. It was a lot, man. But I feel like with the reception that they got recently with Halo 5 Guardians, with the multiplayer, with the split screen, with a lot of the content not being there at launch, and the campaign being a little disappointing for a good chunk of people, being disappointed in it. I think that it gave 343 the opportunity to kind of just take themselves out and see the situation that they're in, and put it on the table and kind of dissect it and see how they're gonna approach and dissect their new approach to the series. I feel like they really took in everything into consideration. I definitely feel them when they said that when Frank O'Connor said that they were gonna do some serious, real planning for the next game. I definitely feel them there. And it feels like they have listened for the most part, and they're not just keeping their ears shut to us all. Now that post Halo 5, that they had all that time to kind of see where they're going to go with the direction, I feel like they had enough time to look at the entire franchise as a whole. I feel like the logical direction to go would be by looking at where it all started back in the Bungie days. I feel like way back then, Bungie had originally intended for Halo to be an open world game. It was an open world concept, but when they had their switch over from Mac to consoles on the original Xbox, there were a lot of limitations presented, and they weren't able to execute on that original open world concept. They weren't able to do it just because the consoles weren't that powerful enough to handle that kind of a game on a console. It was impossible. And with the whole original trilogy that Bungie created back in the day, I guess we kind of saw Bungie do what they could with the franchise. They couldn't originally go back to what they had planned on the Mac, and they couldn't go back to that whole open world thing with Halo 2 and Halo 3. We saw that, and we even saw with Halo 2, we saw plenty, like third of the game was cut, and what was cut plus whatever they developed for Halo 3, that's what ended up being Halo 3. But for the most part, it ended up being just a 3-act story, beginning, middle, and end, with Halo 1, 2, and 3, and they never really got to ever execute on that open world concept. And I do believe that I read an article once with Jason Jones, which is the original guy that I think he owns Bungie. I think he had mentioned once, or someone at Bungie had once mentioned, that if they had created Halo in today's time with these next gen consoles, they would have done so much more. They would have done so much more with the IP, and it would have been a completely different game. I'm pretty sure it would have been a completely different game. But we know how history turned out, and that's not how it turned out. Bungie didn't get the opportunity to do that, and Halo never went that direction under Bungie's flag. But you know what? I feel like now that 343 has had the time to really think about it, this is, for a lot of people, this is their last straw with the Halo franchise. And I'm more than sure that 343 realizes that. More than sure that 343 realizes that a lot of people were kind of fed up with not getting, the Halo that people deserve and the Halo that they want. So with all this approach that 343 did actually with post Halo 5 and the whole backlash and all that stuff, I really feel like what they decided to do is go, maybe possibly, this is all under the assumption that this is what they were thinking, or this is what they were actually doing when they were developing this way back when. Like I said, this is just what I would think is the logical direction that 343 would go to. So the direction I think they would go to is take Halo into the right evolution of making it an open world game. That's right. Open world. And you know what? It's really a concept. It was it's something that Bungie never got to do with their Halo. They never got to deliver on that open world idea like they wanted to. That's something that Bungie never got to do. They did get to do a little bit of that with Halo 3 ODST, and that whole with the whole Mombasa streets that they had, but never on the scale of actually fully going open world. They never did. And you know what? I think that it would be brilliant for 343 to capitalize on this today, in today's time, where we're fortunate enough to have these powerful consoles be able to handle that kind of I guess weight, that wouldn't be possible back then. It just would not happen back then. So I think the smart thing to do would be to have 343 go in this direction, take this approach to evolving the franchise, instead of doing the Halo 4 and 5 thing, where they continued with the abilities and they continued with the Spartan abilities. That was an evolution that it didn't work, and I'm more than sure that they got it now. I'm more than sure that they got it, that this isn't the evolution that is working. I'm more than sure that by now they understand that that's something that failed. It did not work. It did not work, and a lot of people, the franchise lost a lot of people. A lot of fans they weren't interested with what Halo 4 and Halo 5 offered, and from then on, they haven't been satisfied with a Halo game. So, for me, I really and strongly feel, now you can call me crazy, you can say whatever you want about me, you can trash talk me all you want in the comments section. I'll read it. I'll probably laugh about it. But you know what? I really feel like a return to form in this, with the whole art style change back to what it used to be, familiarizing it with what Halo used to look like. Keeping some things that they brought from Halo 4 and 5. You can keep some designs. You don't have to completely scrap everything. You can keep some of that for sure. There were some interesting designs that 343 introduced, and you can merge the two, the existing ones, and have them coexist. But as far as that evolution that 343 has always been seeking, we've always heard from their Bidocs that they've always wanted to evolve the franchise, and I get it. I completely get it. But I always thought that all those abilities and all those mechanics definitely was not the way to evolve Halo. And I feel like if there's any evolution that Halo can see, it's definitely by capitalizing on something that Bungie never got to do, which was making the world of Halo an open world. And that's it. That's pretty much where my thoughts lie. I really feel like this is something that 343 is really taking into consideration, and I really strongly feel like this Halo Infinite is the direction that they're going with. I really feel that way. I don't see any other way or any other direction that they can really go with a franchise as big as Halo. It's Xbox's leading IP. I just don't think that the mechanics and Spartan abilities and things like that are gonna hold up everything. It's not everything. It's not enough. So, with that being said, yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are definitely my thoughts onto where Halo Infinite is going. And I could be wrong. And it could be something else entirely. But shoot, man, being set on a Halo ring, could you imagine having full exploration of the entire Halo ring? That would be mind blowing. But maybe I'm setting my expectations too high. Maybe it's too early to tell. I could be wrong for all I know. But you know what? I have to stick around and see. Like I said, we gotta hear it from the devs themselves. But to be honest, personally, the logical direction that I see them going with this game is definitely open world, and that's why I feel they're being very quiet. With this game, and that's why I feel like they're going all out. I'm more than sure that they're going all out with this game. I could sit here and talk about a lot of things all day, but for the most part, this is where I think the direction that they're going with. But enough of me rambling. This is just a small little video, guys, that I'm putting together. Again, this is for all of you. This is for all the Halo community. This is for all the YouTubers that put up the hard work out there and kept up the good fight all these years, gave 343 the feedback that we all felt was within us. And, you guys were the voice for us for the most part. Unless you took to Twitter and bashed on the devs or told them yourselves. For the most part, I feel like YouTubers out there, from the Halo YouTubers, They were the tip of the spear, and this whole change for Halo and where we are now. So right on with you guys. Keep up the good fight, and let's just be patient and wait for some more Halo Infinite news. Honestly, like I couldn't be any more excited. I know I may not show so much right now, but actually I had a long day. We had some events that we had today, so I'm a little bit tired. It is like 2 in the morning right now already. I could not be happier with that teaser trailer that we got from 343 and Microsoft. So despite all that, you know what? I just decided to piece this little video together. So yeah, feel free, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And just to let y'all know, I might be back to do this maybe for another video. I might share my thoughts on some other things. But that just depending on how this video goes, depending on how you guys receive it, if you guys like me or not, if you guys like me rambling on about my geeky inner self and my love and compassion, my endless love and compassion for Halo. If you guys like it, let me know. If you guys want to comment down below on what you guys think on what I had to say on this whole open world concept. If you think they're gonna do it, if you don't think they're gonna do it, let me know. Let me know. I am more than welcome to engage in a conversation with this lovely fan base. So yeah, guys, check it out. Give me some tips on what you guys think. So comment down below. I will be watching and I will be awaiting for those comments. But yeah, guys, we will definitely see you guys in another episode, or we'll definitely see you guys in another video if you guys do enjoy. So just let me know. We'll see how it goes, but I definitely have more things to talk about with Halo. I can talk about Halo for hours and hours. So trust me when I say that I can, and I will if you guys enjoy it. So let me know. But yeah, guys, I'm very excited for Halo Infinite. I'm very excited for the future of Halo, and I am very excited as a Halo fan. So stick around. Let me know what you guys think. Alrighty, guys. Peace.